good.
Well, come to think of it, Solas actually used to play for San Pedro.
Oh,
So with, I think also Arzola.
that's actually understandable, Coach Noy, no? Because, of course, magkapit bahay itong
Kapitbahay.
Biñan at San Pedro. And even one of the coaches of Biñan, who is Alan Mangajas, usually plays for San Pedro in some leagues in the south. In the meantime, turning garbage into gold. Morales picking that ball up from the floor and just putting it up and in. 9-point lead now for Biñan. 25 seconds remaining. Marasigan. That runner was well defended. The pink shirts on the attack, and that will count. Benedict Solas. Instant offense here off the bench from Biñan Tatakgel. Getting that foul counted play brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready. See it once again. That friendly bounce for Benedict Solas plus the foul.
Again, the advantage of having bigs who are actually wings. Arzola, upon getting the rebound, was already looking ahead and enough power to get that ball out and get out in transition for Biñan. Because, you know, prototypical bigs, when they get the basketball, they look for their guards.
Right,
So that
right.
delays the offense a bit.
Heads up, no? Parang nung Wednesday lang na laro natin. Sayang yung takbo ko. Here's the three from Nicolas, and that is money. What a confident stroke by Yul Gerard Nicolas. Using that pick and knocking down the three. That cuts the lead down to 9. As we see some of the first quarter highlights. San Pedro down by 1 game in this series, wanting to extend it further. However, they have a tough mountain to climb as Arzola and Benitez is there for Biñan. In the meantime, we will take a short break. When we return, it's the second quarter.
For hosting today's ball games. And also to Mr. Ivan Noku, maraming salamat po.
Our score is 27-18. Biñan Tatakgel, the number 2 seed in this 14 under South Division quarterfinals, is up by 9 versus the number 7 seed San Pedro Spartans. Second quarter underway. Tan in for the first time for Biñan. Again, San Pedro Spartans, poor defense on that baseline, letting players just go in and out of it. And there he is once again, Benedict Solas knocking down the J.
Long two-pointer for Solas.
And
Really someone you do not want to leave open.
and almost a steal there for Benedict. This is the biggest lead of the game for Biñan Tatakgel at 11. 29-18 is our score. Dulot trying to go inside to Sequeira. That was deflected. Biñan running, but they pull it back out. Tan passed up the open three. Torrellino will not, but that will be short. However, all over the place, Benedict Solas getting that rebound and the stick back.
Showing the full bag. That time moving without the basketball, getting the 2 points.
And in the blink of an eye, Benedict Solas leads all scorers right now with 9 points. That pass was by Dulot was unexpected by Madrigal. So another turnover here for the San Pedro Spartans.
And also in a blink of an eye, already a 13-point advantage for Biñan. So if you're San Pedro, you're hoping to just keep the game close, cannot afford to let Biñan run away with a victory here.
Here is Tan trying to use the Picasso pick. Goes the other way, puts it up. That bounced out, but he will have a chance to get his points from the line.
Biñan now doing a better job of getting to the free throw line, using their aggressiveness, trying to pick up points in the paint.
And a lot of their shots, of their attempts, Coach Noy, they are not forced. They're really executing their offense. Moving the ball from left to right and finding the best shot possible. However, Jacob Tan will not hit the free throws, but here's a offensive rebound, and that time Jacob will not miss.
Really getting a majority of their attempts inside the paint.
Oh! Another unforced turnover there by San Pedro Spartans. Oh, good recovery on the defensive side. But they have to pick up the ball, and Solas got it and knocks it down once again. Benedict Solas, his 11th point of the game. San Pedro Spartans calls a timeout. Our score is 35-18. This lead has ballooned to 17 points for Biñan Tatak Gel as they came out of off from their bench in this second quarter on fire, particularly Benedict Solas, who now has 9 points in this game. Check that, 11 points in this game.
They scored majority of this 8-0 run that they're in here in the second quarter.
They go inside, but too deep underneath was Chalix Torrellino. Dulot brings it out to Vibal. Vibal goes right, hangs. Was partially blocked, but a foul will be called against King James Gekolea.
And a good strong drive going up against the bigger Gekolea.
Right.
Going into the body of the bigger defender.
And with the absence of Austin Hugo de los Santos, Vibal, Dulot, Madrigal will be key here for San Pedro if they want to live to fight another day against this very tough Biñan Tatak Gel squad.
Well, again, majority of the offense usually comes from Hugo de los Santos, but without him, it's going to take a team effort. It does not have to take just one guy filling up the production of de los Santos. Has to be a team effort.
Lucky break here for the Spartans as in the rebound play, I believe Picasso was called for the loose ball foul. However, we're nearing 4 minutes gone by here in the second period, and San Pedro has yet to score. They move the ball around and inside Dulot. Oh, good idea, but he could have taken that with a drop step, no? Now they go inside and Benitez just rises up. Missing the shot though. Rebound controlled by Madrigal. And they go inside. Dulot receives. Now he fires. In and out though. Oh, good anticipation there by Marvin Marasigan. Inside to Dulot once again. And that time, the bully ball elicited some positive results as he got a foul from Chai Torrellino.
This is going to be a tough task for Dulo trying to go up against the front line of Biñan. You can see Torrellino is actually playing the two position for Biñan, and he's almost the same height as Dulot.
Right. Oh, and San Pedro still can't score here in the second quarter. With almost 5 minutes gone by. Shy to Benitez, Devron, the baseline jumper won't go. Dulot controls the rebound. Oliveros looking ahead. Sees Marasigan and back to Oliveros. Enriquez is free here in the corner, but Oliveros finally gets the first basket of the second quarter for San Pedro.
After an explosion early in the first quarter for Oliveros, he has been quiet.
Picasso, the turnaround, won't go. Good drop pass there by Devron Benitez. However, the defense was able to recover to disrupt that shot of Picasso. Here's Marasigan. Back to Oliveros. And miscommunication. But Marasigan was caught stepping on the midline. So backcourt violation against San Pedro.
Already 9 turnovers for San Pedro, only 2 for Biñan.
And if you're the 7th seed, battling against the number 2 seed, you really have almost no room for error.
You're gonna have to bring your A game.
Right. Much less yung mga ganun na unforced errors, no?
But the pace actually for San Pedro has improved with Marasigan running the show.
Right. Here's Inigo to Rafael. He fires up the J, won't go. Oh, Picasso. The long arms of the law getting that defensive rebound. In the meantime, that transition 3 did not hit anything for Cibulo. Lucky break for the Spartans of San Pedro.
But Coach Mac, did not really frown upon that shot because that was in rhythm, and that's an acceptable shot nowadays.
Nung unang panahon, pag tumira ka ng gano'n at hindi pumasok, mag-push-ups ka sa bench. Samantala.
During and after the game.
That's right. Marvin Inigo Marasigan, short, but yeah, Dulot was there for the... Oh, check that. That was Enriquez getting the offensive rebound, but Sequeira couldn't hit the shot. That hurried alley-oop won't fall, though. And Arzola telling everybody that it's just as simple as this. Flicking that ball into the hole.
And using the board at that.
Oh, there's a block by Benitez. San Pedro trying to connect inside, but deflections all around by the pink shirts of Biñan, forcing another turnover against San Pedro.
Right now, defensively, Biñan is not messing around.
Oh, yes.
Again, after that scare in game 1, only winning by 5 points. They're ahead right now by 17.
Here is Arzola, goes to the corner, back to him, recovers. However, yeah, good idea there by Arzola, pushing that ball on that open spot, but late to get to that spot was Cibulo, and a turnover for Biñan Tatakgel.
Pretty much miscommunication that time for Biñan, but a rare occurrence so far in the game. Only 3 turnovers in the first half.
Marasigan thinks twice about trying a three. However, James Paulo Enriquez, wala nang hesitation doon. Buries that right elbow three, and then the Spartans causing another turnover against Biñan.
Putting pressure on the backcourt, and Arzola. That's something that you do not want to do. Jump and then try to look for a
Right.
recipient.
Oh, trying to do the high-low right there was Enriquez and Dulot, but good defense by Arzola. Now he tries the football gather and was called for the offensive foul. So right now the defense of San Pedro clicking, at least in the last few plays.
And forced 2 straight turnovers on Arzola. Again, when you lead with that shoulder, the referees more often than not call the offensive foul.
Nicolas, the runner, just a tad too strong off the board. He had a good line though. Now here is Arzola. He will try to make up for his earlier mistakes, and he was able to get a foul from Enriquez. Arzola will shoot 2 from the free throw line.
Again, that's going to be a tough cover for anyone from the San Pedro lineup. Arzola easily one of the taller players in this game, but he has one of the better handles also.
Right.
So how do you stop him? Maybe try to force him to shoot from the outside at this point.
First free throw coming up from Arzola, who's wearing the mismatch Kobe 8s. Mismatch kasi. Missing the first.
And who else is wearing the mismatched Kobe 8s? Kendrick Picasso.
Yep.
So, nag-switch lang tong dalawa eh.
Ang dami nilang Kobe 8s. In the meantime, Cardinals in there on the rebound, battled by San Pedro, letting Devron Benitez get the offensive rebound off that missed free throw, and the putback is good. In the meantime, too close for comfort was Benedict Solas, called for the foul.
Well, you might think Devron Benitez has been contained so far by San Pedro.
No.
Only 4 points, but already with 7 rebounds.
Right.
So he doesn't have to really do the heavy lifting on scoring, because you've got some potent scorers
Right.
in Arzola. You've got Solas, Torellino.
Nicolas splitting his charities. In the meantime, we have a timeout called by Coach Macariola of Biñan. And this timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring, the #1 bottled water in the Philippines. Lalagyan mo pala ng parang number 7 yung Z mo. 28.7 seconds remaining in the first half. Biñan Tatak Gel so far in control of this second game in their best of 3 series against San Pedro. 39-24 is our score. Now San Pedro will implement a full court press in this last 20 seconds of the game, and it worked as they got a steal there. However, the corner 3 by Enriquez was short, and forced to dribble was Argoza. In the meantime, on the floor is Angelo Arzola, holding on to his left ankle now.
Well, just might be stepping on someone's foot.
Right, see it once again.
Oh, there. No, he actually just
Right.
tweaked it.
It was basically during that motion when he was trying to dive for the ball, and Parang pumreno yung kaliwang foot niya. See it from another angle. There it was. And he was trying to go back up quickly, no?
Well, that's something that players will eventually learn. When you tweak the ankle, sometimes you just have to roll with it.
Right.
Because the initial instinct will be to try to stop it and try to get your footing back.
In the meantime, 9.8 seconds remaining.
But I feel like he'll still be able to play later if he wanted to. And if they need him to.
Right. And it's a luxury for Biñan that they are still up by 15 right now. Though they commit another turnover there downstairs. Wasn't able to handle that pass was Argonza. There's the half-court heave, but lo and behold, there's a foul called against Devron Benitez.
He did get hit.
Right.
Biñan will have this reviewed. I think they felt like it was not enough contact to be called a foul.
Or the contact came after the buzzer. So our first half is not yet over as our officials are reviewing that last play. There's that
He did get
shot.
hit in the shooting arm and there was
Right.
still time remaining. So
Oh,
it's going to
there
mean
it
free
is.
throws.
For Yul Jared Nicolas. So Yul will have a chance to cut this lead down.
That's 12.
Right, possibly 12 with 3 free throws coming his way. First one is good. Now Yul with this away Kobe 8s also. Ang daming naka-Kobe 8s talaga. Tayo lang yata hindi.
Well, if you're trying to make a comeback, these 3 free throws could just about be something that you bring into the halftime.
Sinking all 3 was Yul Nicolas like it was ain't no thing. And Yul Nicolas was able to cut this lead down to 12. Our score at the half is 39-27. We will take a short break. When we return, it's the halftime report. Kasi kung di tumama yan, palagay ko pasok. Maganda yung linya eh. Naging kapos yung tumama. CR? Nakita mo sa baba ba? Sa baba? Paano lang ako? Cashew tart. Butterscotch. Paninda? Hindi, pamigay yan.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo. Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
You're still watching Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Kasama din po natin ngayon si Assistant Coach Goy Bagares ng Team San Pedro Spartans. Magandang umaga, Coach Goy. Alam naman natin, up by 1 game itong Biñan Tatakjel in terms dito sa ating quarterfinals. Dito po entering sa ating second half. Sa tingin niyo po, sinong players ang dapat mag-step up para maging iba ang tinta ng kwento dito sa larong ito?
I think yung mga next man up na namin sila Migo, hopefully mag-step up sila Yul. And kailangan din namin ng dagdag energy sa second half kasi yun yung missing eh. Kasi parang kulang kami sa energy sa first half. Yan.
Coach Goy, meron po ba kayong gustong pasalamatan or batiin po ngayon?
Unang-una sa lahat, gusto pong batiin ang aming number 1 supporter na si Vice Vanji Versosa ng Tagodin Ilocosur, si Mayor Roque Versosa po ng Tagodin Ilocosur, and at the same time sa lahat po ng bumubuo ng Spartan Trading Corporation and sa mga fans namin sa San Beda, tsaka po sa lahat ng fans ng taga San Pedro Spartans. Sila po.
Maraming salamat, Coach Goy, and good luck po sa San Pedro Spartans. Second half of action when we return.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, number 1 bottled water in the Philippines. Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
And we are back. We are at the halftime of this game in the 14 and under South Division between Biñan Tatakjel and the San Pedro Spartans. This is the second game of their best of 3 series. Of course, Biñan Tatakjel up 1-0 in this series. And right now they are up 39-27 versus San Pedro. But this lead was as high as 17, though San Pedro was able to cut it down to 12 at the late stages of the second quarter. In the meantime, here are some of the halftime statistics for you, coming from my partner, Coach Noy Africa.
And so far in that first half, San Pedro only shooting 27% from the field, Biñan 45%. Biñan also controlling the boards, 27 rebounds against just 22 for San Pedro, 11 of those coming from offensive rebounds. Actually, San Pedro also doing a good job at the offensive glass, 10 offensive rebounds, but it has been Biñan who has been able to take advantage of those offensive rebounds, getting 18 second chance points against just 2 for San Pedro, and also they've been pounding that paint, getting 26 points inside, and also forcing 10 turnovers against San Pedro while committing 7 of their own. So it's still pretty much the same problems here for San Pedro, but they need to get hot from the outside, 2 out of 12 so far. So if they want to make a game out of this, they're gonna need to protect the basketball and hopefully get someone to get hot from the outside.
And yeah, that is really key at San Pedro Spartans, is outside shooting, because they really need to open up the interior defense of Biñan, spearheaded by, of course, Benitez and Arzola. And this, right now, it says a lot about Biñan Tatakjel with Benedict Solas being their highest scorer right now with 11 points, and Devron Benitez is basically very relaxed, with 4 points, but still very effective. And the fact that they're still up by 12 with Benitez only scoring 4 points so far is huge for Biñan Tatakjel.
But Benitez already with 7 rebounds. And it's nice to see Arzola back on the floor for Biñan.
Oh, good pass there. Dulot able to gather. The fade is good.
And this is the guy that they really need to get going. Dulot finished with 19 in game 1.
Of course, Eli Dulot right now, he has an enviable task to try and contain Devron Benitez and even Jello Arzola, no?
And also you've got King James Gekolea also on the floor. You can see that big man move operating just outside the paint.
Of course, Gekolea, he is the type of kid that yung magpapatanong ka, really, 14 under? However, yeah, he is very tall, but if you look at his expression, baby face pa rin. Itong si King James Gekolea. In the meantime, also key here for San Pedro Spartans is this guy, Raf Oliveros. He got himself going early in the first quarter, but has been quiet in the second. In the meantime, good pass there, but the lefty lay-in won't bounce in for Leon Inigo Sequeira. Arzola will be called for steps.
Well, so far that has been the problem for Arzola now with 5 turnovers in the game. But you live with those turnovers because of the way he can create shots, not only for himself but also for his teammates.
They try to go inside to Dulot, but the reach and foul will be called against Jello Arzola.
Well, again, you were saying earlier, like sometimes you look at these players and you say that these kids are 14-year-olds. But again, you look at Arzola, very skilled player, but you can still see glimpses of the quote-unquote immaturity in his game.
Actually, nangungulit nga sa kanina during the halftime interview of coach of this San Pedro coach, no? Kumbaga, yeah, magkakakilala to mga to because of course San Pedro and Biñan, neighboring cities right now. Nung lumaki ko doon, towns pa lang eh. Ngayon cities na.
Well, actually, Arzola used to play for San Pedro.
Right.
Majority of the players for San Pedro are actually from San Beda, Alabang.
Oh, there it is.
So with Biñan, as some of them actually made the move.
King James Gekolea, iba na ang matangka, just put it up high, getting the bucket. Foul counted pa yon, and that play was brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
I like how he did not mess around, just went up strong.
In the meantime, whistle on the floor. I believe it has to do with the game clock. And while we have a lull, we would like to thank and acknowledge our sponsors. Number 1 na, Pound for Pound Fitness, Be Liga Ready. Maraming salamat po. And also to Pound Active for quality sports wear. Thank you also to Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the official basketball of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Nature Spring, number 1 bottled water in the Philippines. Don Benito's ang pambansang kasava. Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty. And thank you also to Winford Resort and Casino Manila, Red Dynasty Seafood and Hot Pot Restaurant. In-and-out ako. Pagpunta ko dito, rin yung reaction ng crowd. Yun ang tumatak sa utak ko. Payang-paya pala ako, di ko alam. Isa pang call memo ko sa basketball. 2 free throws ni Chase, talo kami. 2 seconds, 2 to 3, basta less than 5 seconds. Core memory ko, practice, free throw, tapos tinigil ni Coach Ato yung practice. Free throw, libre, tapos pag-isipan nyo kung ito talaga yung sport. Hindi nga ako diretso ko nakausap. Yung team yung ina-address niya. Mahal nyo basketball, mahal ba kayo ng basketball? Mahal ka rin kami place eh. Alam mo, laging nandun, laging present, laging gusto larong-laro. Sabay pangyag-laro na. Ang ina naman. Sana absent na lang. Mahal mo basketball eh. Mahal ka ba ng basketball? Mag-isip-isip ka.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, #1 bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Hindi ko masyado na-cover Batangas. Talaga? Ako baka nababad ako sa litik ko. Ikaw kasi pumupunta ng Batangas. Babad ako sa Tanawa. Kailangan pala, bumabad ka dito, pangalanda ka ng pangalan mo. Isang beses ako nagtanawan eh. Siguro makakita yung libre dito pag wala mga Africa. Kano ano mo siya, no? Poki nung ina niya, 19. Hindi ba bumaba ng 10? Putang ina yung reset nyo na yan, Brad. Patayin nyo na, ulitin nyo na lang. Ano yun? Yema? Tart. Caramel. Cashew tart. Ano yan? O dito? Ayan, butterscotch. Ilo-ilo pare. Kaya ano yun, kaya Arian. Pumunta sila Iloilo. Lagi may pasalubong yun. Hindi nga madadaan. Pero kung ano naman kasi yung baba, kung lumusa yung kapapangay. Kung maasikaso. Hindi nga madadaan sa ganyan yung mga sister-in-law.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, number 1, bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Taas noo kahit kanino, walang ibang sinisigaw ang masang Pilipino. Bumagsak, bumangon, hinarap ang mga hamon, hanggang ang kahirapan tuluyan nating matalo.
Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL would like to thank Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
Dorite Bola ng Pinoy, the first Pinoy basketball brand, Don Benitos, ang pambansang cassava, Nature Spring, number 1, bottled water in the Philippines, pound for pound fitness, Be Liga Ready, Jinky Skin, empowering women by redefining beauty, Pound Active, for quality sportswear.
Red Dynasty, offering comfort Chinese food and overall 5-star experience. Winford Resort and Casino Manila, a luxury integrated resort.
Special thanks to Mayor Eric Africa and Honorable Michael Gerard Mikey Morada of Lipa City, Batangas for hosting today's games. And Mr. Ivan Nukam of Boss I. Maraming salamat.
Nasa Palawan kami. Talaga naka-shades ako, baka mahuli mo pa kung saan sa pupunta. Puro foreigner pa naman. Nung nag-island up, hindi tanga na yung mga labas puwet eh. Hindi talaga ako magpapahuli, bahala ka sa puwet. Dati kayo sweat sir, nirectify ko kagad yun. Ngayon, rectify na lalo. Dahil sabi, napatingin ako, so, kasi naman magkaka-interest sa akin yan. At saka ako naman kasi never naman ako kailangan mag-stare. Kailangan ko lang, isang ganun lang, okay na. Memory bank na yun. Memory bank. Process. Hindi ko yung kailangan sundan ko ng ganun eh. Madalas nga, peripherals lang yun eh. Oo, di ba? Kung ano yung detalye. Oo. Saka minsan sinasadya ko na kunyari may mga kasalubong. Makikita ko na agad yun, tapos ang ina talagang look away ako habang naglalakad. So kasi dati sumama yan, naisama ko yan sa operation bago-bago pa lang kami. Kasama ko yung mga kasama ko sa trabaho, sa kotse. Ayun! Tayo na gano'n lalaki eh. Pag iniritan ako ng naglalakad, di ba, may dumaan na. Iniritan ako. Ang sexy nun, no? Gumaganon. At saan? Hindi ko nakita eh. Pero alam ko kung ano yung sinasabi niya. Okay, inira ko pa siya sumisan eh. Oh, bogi oh. Uy, tisoy oh. Parang mag-isip na, anong gusto mo? Papansin ko sexy mo ba? Saka ewan ko lang kung maniniwala sa mga pinagsasabi ko. Alam nga naman na sa trabaho natin, lahat nakikita natin, di ba? Minsan nga pag kunyari nasa saan ba kami, nasyang kami, bumibili kaming coffee, tapos may isang table na na nagkikwentuhan na nakatayo ako right beside. Umalis ako eh kasi naririnig yung usapan nila kahit hindi ko sadya.
Mic check. Parang may slide na nakukuha, no? Mic check. Mic check. Naririnig kita eh. Mic check, mic check.
Usapan namin kanina. Oh my God! Naririnig kami. Napipick up kami. Napipick up kami. Ang haba ng usapan namin tungkol sa asawa. Napipick up kami, Brad. And our action resumes. Right now, Biñan Tatakjel up 42-29 versus San Pedro Spartans. We are in the third quarter, 6 minutes remaining.
So let's see how that break will affect both teams.
Well, definitely it affected us. But Biñan Tatakjel scores the first buckets after that long break. Yeah, by the way, for context, we had some issues with the shot clock, but it is now rectified. And so our play continues, and it seems that Biñan Tatakjel has gotten more positives out of that long lull. The lead is back up to 15, 44-29.
And during halftime, the concern for San Pedro was the energy that they came out with. And right now it's Biñan who is actually showing a lot of energy here at the resumption of play.
There's another steal by the pink shirts. Up ahead, oh, good save by Benitez there. That pass was long. Torrellino, the spin cycle and the basket. What a move from Chai Torrellino.
Just a testament to the bevy of weapons that Biñan has.
Oh, yes.
Torrellino now with 7 points in the game.
3, not there for Siqueira. Or check that, that was Enriquez. And good to see him back and running is Jello Arzola. Early in the second quarter, he tweaked his ankle a bit, but he's back now. And speaking of people who's back, that's Devron Enriquez with his 6th point of the game. A timeout will be called as we see that last play. Another rebound and 2 more points for Devron Benitez. This timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring.
Coach Noy, alam naman natin na maraming players ang nag-step up para sa Biñan Tatakjel. Pero isang nanonood pa rin po kayo ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, alam naman natin na maraming nag-step up para sa kupanan ng Biñan Tatak Gel. Pero isa sa mga players sa tahimik pero grabe ang ingay sa larong ito. Talking about itong si Benedict Solas. Also working here for Junior MPBL ang kanyang tatay, itong si Mr. Mikey. So sabi niya nga sa akin, no, si Mr. Mike, na itong ang anak niya at as early as 7 years old, nahilig na agad sa paglalaro ng basketball. But what's interesting about Benedict is mahilig din daw siya gumawa ng gawaing bahay, naghuhugas ng pinggan at naglalaba. A memorable or a core memory he couldn't forget was when he was 12 years old. Grabe daw yung frustration at yung pag-iyak nitong ni Benedict after losing in a championship game during their first ever match playing for San Beda Alabang. And after that, just last year, they were able to get the championship crown. But going back to this game, the big question is, makuha kaya nila ang spot in the semifinals dito sa South Division? Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Daphne, for that interesting report about Benedict Solas. Well, they are on their way as they're up big now, 19 points over the San Pedro Spartans, talking about the Biñan Tatak Gel and, of course, Benedict Solas, who is a part of that team. In the meantime, getting the last bucket for San Pedro is James Paulo Enriquez. Now he's at the line, splitting his charities. Love those Greek freak sevens.
Well, we were discussing earlier, even before we got here, basketball core memories. That would be something to talk about. Ask all of these players what their core memories are.
Basically, they are experiencing it pa, eh, no?
And majority of the core memories, mga negative, eh, no?
Oh, the power play on the fast break. Vibal getting 2 for San Pedro Spartans.
Well, still a 16-point lead for Biñan, but very manageable still, unless Arzola takes over.
And what a recovery there by Jello Arzola. That initial pass was really low and it went through the legs of one of the leg of Vipal. Jello was able to gather it and nakuha pa yung foul counted play, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready. And while Arzola is attempting his bonus free throws, we would like to say thank you to our very generous sponsors here in the Lipa Youth and Recreational Center. Thank you very much, Mayor Eric Africa and Councilman Mikey Morada. Of course, maraming salamat din sa ating very loyal patron who is Sir Ivan Nocom of Bossy. In the meantime, a steal there by Biñan. Going back to the line is Arzola.
Well, with the way Arzola is moving, safe to say that left ankle is no longer an issue.
Sinking the first with that friendly bounce. Lead is back up to 19. Can make it 20 with his second free throw. That one bounced out. Rebound battle. San Pedro wins.
It's even Biñan who is still applying full court pressure.
Taking no chances here. Biñan Tatak Gel. In the meantime, Enriquez had the right thing in mind to drop it off to a teammate. However, I believe Vibal was out of position and also did not expect that drop.
And already with 15 turnovers is San Pedro. Remember, they finished with 16 in game 1.
And we are only in the third quarter. 2 minutes to go here. And a foul will be called against Miguel Vibal. He is actually contesting that call.
And the worst part about that, the shot clock was down to 17 seconds.
Right.
And now they foul and they are in the penalty. So that will mean free throws for Solas.
Right, that could have been an 8-second backcourt violation against Biñan. However, Vibal was called for that reach and foul. So Solas, one of the top scorers here for Biñan, is back in the line and he continues to be consistent.
Now with 12 in the game. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Right. I believe this is the biggest lead of Biñan Tatak Gel at 20. 54-34 is our score under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Segura to Vibal. Vibal drives hard to the right, gets the bucket plus the foul. Fearless drive there by Miguel Jarret. Vibal see it once again. One defender, two defender, does not matter. That was a foul counted play brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Be Liga ready.
That's how you try to finish in traffic and against a bigger defender. Go hard and go strong.
Argonza in the middle. The trap almost worked, but Biñan got away. And Murphy for three. Too strong. And Picasso could not handle the offensive rebound. It goes out of bounds to the baseline. Minute and 11 remaining in the third quarter, and the ball went down. That's right. There's this ramp behind, before the stage, no? And good job by our security personnel to retrieve it. In the meantime, Nicolas is back in the game. Vibal, oh, what a drop, and the basket.
That's the advantage of trying to finish strong earlier. Now the defense has to commit to him.
Again, a turnover forced by the pressing defense by San Pedro Spartans. Sequeira using the sideline as an extra defender and causing Solas to lose the ball. See it once again. That's beautiful setup by Vibal to Sequeira. Here he is once again. Vibal trying to get out of traffic. Yul for three.
Once again, the setup coming from Vibal, almost lost the basketball, was able to find Nicolas.
And look at this, another steal. Oliveros, oh, he got rejected right there. In the meantime, an unsportsmanlike foul. Will be called as, yes, some caller there developing, well, away from the basketball.
Yeah, that was actually from that loose ball scramble. That was Vibal and I believe Arzola.
Our officials will review that last piece of action. Just
the problem for Vibal, he just might be called for something excessive here.
And I believe, yes, that was when Vibal was trying to get back up along with Arzola, no? They were both on the floor, and look at this.
He did try to step over Arzola.
Oh, and here's a better angle.
It was a hit late.
Right. Oh. At the right side. I'm not sure if it was against Arzola who tried to hold on to the legs of Vibal. And since the replay was inconclusive, that's right.
Miguel Vibal will have to sit for 3 minutes.
And the bad news just keeps coming for San Pedro when Miguel Vibal has gotten himself going in this game. He got slapped with an unsportsmanlike foul, and he now has to sit down for 3 minutes. And now at the line, it's actually Solas. So Benedict Solas knocking down the first free throw of that unspo called against Miguel.
And actually, before committing that unsportsmanlike foul, Vibal had a basket. He had an assist. 2 assists, actually.
In the meantime, our play continues. Here is Tan going right and going to the middle. Oh, good defense there by Siqueira. Oliveros picks it up, pulls it back out, finds Yul, back to Hill, to Yul. Now Oliveros will try that runner. And no foul called on that drive by Rafa Oliveros. Our third quarter ends. Our score is 55-42. Here are some of the third quarter highlights, especially that gorgeous spin cycle by Torrelino, as well as that power drive by Miguel Vibal. Of course, hindi pa huhuli sa highlights. Etong si Arzola of Biñan Tatak Gel. In the meantime, we will take a short break. When we return, it's the fourth and final quarter. Our fourth quarter about to start here. This is the first game of 10 today here, live from Lipa Youth and Recreational Center in Batangas. Once again, we would like to thank our most generous hosts, Mayor Eric Africa, Councilor Mikey Morada, and of course Sir Ivan Nocom for hosting today's games of the playoffs of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL dito sa Lipa City, Batangas. So far, Coach Noy African, our score is 55-42. San Pedro still down by a lot, and apparently at the start of quarters, it has been Biñan who starts off strong, and then San Pedro finishes strong. Pero when San Pedro makes their move, it seems na alam mo yun, mas malaki na yung lamang, lubog na sila bago pa sila kikilos.
Especially Biñan, even if San Pedro makes some runs, they make some timely hits to, weather the storm, so to speak. So again, a 15-point lead, not really safe here in the Junior MPBL, especially if a guy like Nicolas suddenly heats up for San Pedro.
Right. Rafa Oliveros, and there's that errant pass, a steal by Arzola, and the bucket by Solas.
Benedict Solas coming off the bench has really been a spark for Biñan now with 15 points in the game.
Marasigan kicks it out. Yul for 3. He hit one earlier from that spot, but he missed the last one. Torrelino inside to King James. Back to him. And a bit of overpassing right there by Biñan Tatak Gel, resulting into a turnover.
But you can just see how Biñan can use a taller lineup. As you see there, Arzola with the pass to Solas. I mean, you can put Arzola even to play the two for them, Gekulea, Picazo, Benitez at the front line, and then put Arzola in the two, maybe even play point guard for Biñan.
And a luxury to sit Devron Benitez as long as he is on the bench since the third quarter.
So far, Benitez has played about 20 minutes in this game.
Right.
And only with 8 points, but his team ahead by 17.
Hindi pa humahataw nun. Itong si Devron Benitez.
He did finish with 26 and 18 in game
Right.
1.
26 and 18. Wow.
So parang yung numbers nga, good enough for 2 games already.
That's like prime Shaq numbers. In the meantime, here's another fast break. Capped off by Benedict Solas.
And you can see how good of a finisher he is now.
Oh, yes.
He's to be a very good spot-up shooter playing for San Pedro.
San Pedro Spartans breaking that press. 3 on the way from that was James Paulo Enriquez, but he missed it. Now it's San Pedro implementing the press. They were successful earlier. Chai Torrellino goes baseline, powers his way through, but the shot won't fall. Spartans now running. Here's Yul. Nicolas, the Pinoy step. Oh, denied entry right there by King James Gekolea.
Well, you can make the case since some players actually of Biñan also playing for San Beda Alabang. You can make one powerhouse of a team if you combine these two squads.
Oh, Dula was able to get the offensive rebound, but his pass to Yul was picked off. Good interior defense still being displayed here by the pink shirts of Biñan Tatakjel. Torrellino, top of the key. Solas will go to the middle and back to Chai. The 3 is up, but short.
Well, that has been the only thing that has not worked here for Biñan, the 3-point shooting, 1 out of 9 in the game, but you can make the case that they don't really rely heavily on the 3 ball, especially in this matchup against San Pedro.
Almost 3 minutes passed here in the 4th period. Still a 19-point lead for Biñan Tatakjel, and here's another steal. Alzola ahead to Torrellino. Nicolas was able to deflect, but Torrellino gets it back. Benedict will pick that ball up. Open J, and that is money for Jello Arzola.
You see, despite that only being a long tool, that's going to be a weapon that Arzola will need to develop.
In the meantime, back in the game is Miguel Vibal again, picking up where he left off, driving hard to the basket, getting the foul, earning a trip to the line.
Vibal really had a good third quarter, but committed that unsportsmanlike foul, causing him to have to sit 3 game minutes. And just when the momentum was, I felt like, starting to swing towards San Pedro's way, that unsportsmanlike foul pretty much stymied any kind of momentum that they were getting.
And again, excessive contacts. As was that a disqualifying foul called
But they're going
against
to need,
Sequeira?
yeah, they need to review this still.
Yes. Let's see this. There's the last free throw by Miguel Vibal, Gekolea, and Sequeira. And I believe there was a closed fist hit on the back of Gekolea, which was made right in front of the official.
Upon review, disqualifying foul on
There.
number 8, Ray Madrigal of San Pedro Spartans for punching.
Or for taunting.
Madrigal is out of the point court.
Can the referee?
Oh, Madrigal.
Yeah, the referees here in the junior MPBL very strict,
Right.
and of course prioritizing the safety of our players. So those kinds of plays they do not allow here in the junior MPBL.
So, yeah, it was actually against Dwayne Madrigal. He was slapped by a disqualifying foul, basically for taunting, apparently. But yes, there was excessive contact right there, a close fist to the kidney section of King James Gakulea, who is now at the line to shoot basically the technical free throws. Missed the first though.
And I don't think Gekolea felt that.
Parang di tinablan. Though he missed 2 free throws. Parang hindi rin naramdaman ng Biñan yung mga misses nila as they are up by 20 points right now. And once again, this is the second game of the best of 3 series between these two. Number 2, Biñan, and number 7, San Pedro. Biñan up 1 game. So if Biñan goes on to win this, they will move on to the South Division semifinals. Marasigan finds Miguel. Miguel, the drive, oh, too strong. He was expecting contact on that drive. At minsan talaga pag hindi dumating yung contact, malakas yung tira mo, no?
So again, you have to really prioritize this, making the shot.
Right.
It's going to be secondary if someone fouls you.
Oh, Arzola, nang hinayang siya doon that Gekolea wasn't able to knock down that alley-oop, no? Assist na sana. Samantala, Marasigan to the corner. There's Siqueira. Oh, check that, Enriquez. And here is Jello recognizing the mismatch and taking it strong to the basket.
What's what I like about the game of Arzola, he really weighs his options before he makes a move. So the smaller Marasigan took him all the way to the rim.
In the meantime, that was like a Dwayne Wade fake right there, executed by Miguel Vibal, getting Gekolea to bite, eliciting the foul, and earning himself another trip to the free throw line.
Right now, it's a 22-point lead, 5:41 remaining. San Pedro no longer having time as an ally.
And those missed free throws will not help their cause.
Actually, both teams not really shooting well from the free throw area. 11 out of 20, that's 55% for San Pedro. Biñan, 10 out of 22, 45%.
Biñan breaks the press, and there's the alley-oop to Benitez. After that perfect lob from Arzola.
Just imagine if these two players continue to play together. Just the chemistry being developed here.
Right.
As Benitez now with 10 points and 8 rebounds. Eye in the sky play.
Right.
As our favorite commentator would say, a special delivery from the sky.
Lakihan mo pa yung boses mo.
Okay na yun. Baka makopyright.
Hindi pwedeng baritone. In the meantime, Picasso missing that short J, but Devron Benitez right there for another rebound and another putback.
Just like that, almost a double-double performance for Devron Benitez. But he will be called for that foul.
Right. That time, it was all Miguel Arzola fishing that foul. He saw Benitez right in front of him, spun to the weak side actually of Devron, going to the middle, and he is back at the line. First basket is good for Miguel Vibal. Lead is 24 for Biñan Tatakjel. Make that 23 as Miguel Vibal got the shooter's bounce on that second free throw. Sandig back in the lineup. They find Lebron underneath. Check that, Devron.
They're really trying to force feed Benitez inside.
Gotta get those numbers. In the meantime, the Pinoy step in once again. Miguel Vibal just blowing by everybody from the Biñan side and again getting himself to the 15-foot line. That time that foul was against Chilix Torellino.
Showing that he could be one of the go-to guys moving forward for San Pedro. I mean, moving forward maybe in season 3.
Right.
As this could potentially be the last game of the season for San Pedro.
That's right. Miguel cuts it down to a 21-point lead. And Torellino called for the offensive foul there as he lowered his shoulder against who? Miguel Vibal. See it one more time. Miguel hounding him. And then there's the lowering of the shoulder by Chilix Torellino. And look at that smile by Vibal. In the meantime, we have a timeout. It's brought to you by Nature Spring. Before we resume action, I would like to thank our courtside correspondent, Daphne Cristobal, for correcting my pronunciation on the first name of Chilix. There you go. That sounds better. Chilix Torellino. That actually sounds better. Because kanina ko pa inisip paano pronunciation itong C-H-A-I. So right, Chilix Torellino. Sabay minali naman yung surname.
More importantly, they're ahead on the scoreboard, 69-48.
Doesn't matter the pronunciation, no? Basta lamang ng malaki. That 3 by Yul won't go. Miguel tried to dump it off to Sequeira. That ball was deflected out of bounds. Calyado in the game now for Biñan. Oh, the quick knockout play, and Dulot scores for San Pedro Spartans. Benitez hangs, gets his own miss, and puts it back in. It's that simple for this kid.
It's too big, too fast, too strong.
Right.
Dulot actually played good defense,
Right.
as best as you could without fouling, but Benitez just really too good.
Eli, the scoop, bounces in.
See the patience from Dulot that they needed more from him. Only 4 points in the game.
Here is Jello going up and putting it in. As if the defense of Dulot was not there.
So let's see if Arzola needs any more help. Benitez suddenly, coming alive here in the fourth.
Right.
And you see right there, Dulot probably made the wise decision of just letting Arzola get his basket.
In the meantime, we are nearing the final 3 minutes of this game as Yul Nicolas is back at the line for 2. As Biñan Tatakjel is now in penalty.
Well, it might be a little too late for San Pedro to use that to their advantage.
Especially if they keep on missing those free throws, as Yul missed 2. Oh, that time Miguel Vibal was denied upstairs by Benitez.
But he never gave up on the play.
Yes, and that is very important. I mean, recognizing that it's okay to be blocked as ang lalaki nyo naman eh. Di ba ba tayo? As you said, yeah, Miguel Vibal did not give up on that play, was able to get a foul of that second attempt.
Again, when you play basketball, that's part of it, getting blocked. And that doesn't mean you stop playing. That's part of the game. As we have Kent Adam Pacanya checking in for Biñan.
All smiles.
And actually,
on the floor, there he is.
when he checked in, the whole bench was clapping.
Right, however, Miguel Vibal playing the role of the bully, taking it from Pacanya.
Well, he has been playing bully against almost everyone on the floor.
Right, regardless of height and heft, no? And look at this, another offensive foul will be called, this time against Devron Benitez.
And 4 personal fouls now on Benitez.
But that hardly matters now as they are still up by 18 points. And that time, good job by Sequeira standing his ground, no? Oh, deep three by Yul Nicolas falls.
He was not really getting enough looks, was Nicolas.
Right. I've seen Nicolas hit a string of threes during a game, no? Especially when Austin Hugo de los Santos is playing, and alam ni Hugo kung nasan lagi itong si Yul eh.
Yeah, and of course, when you've got Hugo running the point for San Pedro, he's gonna attract a lot of attention, and that's going to mean open looks for Nicolas.
Here's Kent to Garcia. Garcia fires up an elbow three. That won't go. And there's a stat for Kent as he commits the foul. However, he will send, I believe, Dulot to the line. And all smiles now on the side of Biñan at Tatak Gel as they know that they are going to move on to the division semifinals. That's the South Division semifinals of the 14 and under here sa Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL.
And also for all those teams who are trying to sweep the series, that could possibly mean at least a weekend off.
Right. Trying to bring down the ball was Devron Benitez. Now to Arzola, met by Marasigan. Kent with the three. Oh, almost, but not quite. Still all smiles from that kid. Dulot receives the lob, goes up, puts it in.
Well, I really hope Eli Dulot will gain some inches because he's going to be a hell of an inside operator for San Pedro.
Right, he is. He has the fundamentals already, So the footwork,
the patience,
and the efficient moves. No, nothing flashy, just efficient. Actually, he reminds me of another San Pedro player in the 18 and under, si Dwayne Lirio.
Yeah.
Very efficient big man, undersized in terms of height, but in terms of heft, yeah, kaya na yung paint. That runner won't go. Here's Pacanya. That had a good line. Just a bit short in the meantime. Vibal, Pinoy step in effect for Miguel.
He has been a revelation, especially here in the second half. Vibal now with a total of 16 points in the game.
Yul Nicolas gives up the foul. And I believe San Pedro has no more fouls to give. Benitez, and look at this. Just before we end this game, things are heating up. Benitez fake a shot, and I believe Miguel Vibal just jumped right into him.
And if they call a technical on Benitez, he will foul out of the game. He
Oh,
already
right.
has 4.
Right.
We did say earlier that Vibal has been trying to bully everybody. That's for the hard foul
Right.
by Vibal, not giving easy 2 points for Benitez with the game already pretty much decided.
Right. Right.
But what Benitez will eventually learn, you're playing for a championship.
Yes.
You get thrown out for anything, you just might be suspended and cost your team an opportunity to play in a championship.
And I believe if they want to see the initial contact by Miguel Vibal, we would need to rewind it a bit further.
And I think it was nothing more than a good hard foul, no
Right.
easy tools.
Oh, there it was. So that was the left arm by Vibal that indiscriminately flailed and apparently hit the nose of Devron Benitez, and that's what Benitez was
Took
trying to
exception
react to.
yeah.
Yes.
But actually, you can see there the slight hesitation. He thought about throwing the basketball
Right.
at Vibal. If he threw that basketball, that's going to automatically be thrown out of the game. But approaching him, being called for a technical, that's going to be loads of difference
In terms
from
of
a disqualifying foul against a
Right.
technical foul.
and-
See, that would have been
right. Mati ka na eh, no?
that would have been a disqualifying foul, but approaching Vibal without throwing
Right.
anything,
Right. Nakakasana eh.
technical. That's going to be a technical, most likely.
Right.
And he will fall out of the game, but you don't put yourself in a situation where you just might be suspended.
Yes, and that is vital for Biñan Tatakjel. Good job by the youngster talking about Benitez.
Although the problem for Vibal, if that gets upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul, that will be his second unsportsmanlike foul.
Though,
They don't have any more games to play.
yun lang. Kaya binuhos na.
But I didn't really think there was anything malicious with the challenge by Vibal on that play.
I think Benitez was just too tall.
And Benitez was probably thinking of trying to slam that one down.
Oh, right. And not to victim blame, ha, pero
Yeah.
hanggang doon lang talaga umabot yung left arm ni Vibal. As Benitez is basically a head taller than him. And once again, good job by the youngster to contain his emotions. Doon nakakasan na nga yung bola, ibabato niya na, pero hindi niya tinuloy. So, with 42.6 remaining, there's an unsportsmanlike foul. Oh, 2 unsportsmanlike fouls called. And that would be it
So
for Miguel
will be
Vibal.
out. And actually for Benitez, he will also be out of the
Right.
game due to foul.
And of course, at this point though, hardly matters as it will not affect the outcome of this game. Biñan Tatakjel.
That's the second infraction for Miguel Vibal.
As I was saying, Biñan Tatakjel up by 20. Oh, check that, up by 11. Is that
11.
11 right now with 42 seconds remaining? And right now their leading scorer in this game, Miguel Vibal, slapped with his second unsportsmanlike foul, so he has to sit down. Well, he has to be
14 seconds on the
yeah,
shot clock.
thrown out of the playing court, no?
And you can see Coach Chico Tan talking to Jello Arzola. He used to coach him in season 1.
Right. Here's Jello. And as you've said, what a luxury for Biñan Tatakjel. Even losing Devron Benitez won't make much of a difference, as Arzola is still there, Solas is still there, though most of people on the floor, players on the floor, are second stringers except for Arzola.
And you like how San Pedro still not giving up.
Right, just a 9-point